Vibe on Itos TV, brought to you by Itos Productions Limited.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Campus Vibe. Welcome to the show. My name is MC Frank 256, Itos TV Kansanga. It's where we are located. On the panel, I have three gentlemen that we are going to be dialoguing into the Campus Vibe, the jazz about campus. Currently, what's going on in the campus? Different campuses are holding their graduations. Universities are holding their graduation. Makerere started on 23rd. KIU is starting on 11th of June. And UCU is alleged to hold its graduation between June, July. Definitely, I'll let my gentlemen introduce themselves, starting from my right.
Yeah, my name is Owen Benjamin. I'm from KIU Kampala International University, offering a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication and Journalism.
Welcome to the show. Mister?
My name's Dumba Emmanuel Omugavida MC, Bachelor of Mass Communication, KIU.
Miles Marvin, Kampala International University.
All the three gentlemen I'm with on the panel, they are coming from Kampala International University. We are going to be handling different topics concerning campus. Definitely we shall be, I think we shall have more references to Kampala International University because it's where they're coming from. But even we shall be going to different campuses to find out what is going on in different campuses. But before we go on, don't forget to press the subscription button on YouTube. Check out Itos TV, press that subscription button, share, like and comment, and even all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Itos TV. Like, share and comment. Yeah, today our topic we are handling, we know graduations are going on, right? And definitely my question is, why do some students don't fail to appear on the graduation lists? Because these students do exams, most of them, but at the end of that day, they fail to appear on the graduation list. What are the different reasons? Why do you think these students fail to appear on the graduation lists? Starting from the gentleman.
There are a number of reasons why a student can fail to appear on a graduation list. For example, maybe you have a retake. You have a retake or you failed a paper. Retake is a failed paper, which needs to be redone. So you have a retake. If you have a retake, you don't appear on the graduation list. Leaving that aside, maybe you didn't make the research work. You didn't hand in your research work. Some students have issues with missing marks. Their marks are missing, so you end up failing to graduate.
He has given two reasons, and I will not repeat them. Hope he was loud and clear. Mister, why do you think students fail to appear on the graduation list?
Maybe I'll talk about the retakes. Most of them, the most important thing is all about retakes, because this is due when someone fails maybe to hand in work, coursework. Then sometimes when someone gets maybe fails the paper, so you end up getting a retake, and that means you won't be able to appear on the graduation list.
Retake again. Yeah. Mister, why do you think students fail to appear on the graduation lists?
Me personally, I think one of the essential reasons as to why students don't appear on the graduation list. First, as this guy said, it is a retake. You may have failed any paper, some paper you may have failed, and another thing, you may have not completed all the financial issues, and another thing, people always miss marks. They don't know their marks, they don't follow them up. So those are one of the reasons as to why they don't appear. Their names don't appear on the graduation list.
Yeah, they have given their views and they have brought up 3 points. Those are retakes, missing marks, and then tuition. Those are the school dues that you're supposed to clear. We shall handle one by one. What causes one to have a retake? For example, at your university where you come from, KIU, what are the reasons? What is the cause of one having a retake? Maybe I'll start with you. Why? How does one hold a retake?
One of the things that is why people get retakes at campus, one of them is the lack of seriousness in a person. A person may not be serious, he's not serious, he or she doesn't give books time, he doesn't plan for his or her career. Let me say the course, he doesn't plan for it very well, he doesn't have a reading timetable. The person, let me say, is all time loitering around, is not giving use of time in books. Another thing is not attending lectures.
Oh, not attending. Before I take you to another person, I would like to remind you, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. That's Itos TV. Like, share, and comment. Facebook, follow us up, Itos TV. Instagram, follow us, Itos TV. Like, share, and comment. Mr. Gentleman, Mr. Dumba, Mugaveda MC, why do you think people get retakes? What's the main reason as to why people get retakes according to you?
Here I'll talk about the irrelevant course units. This is where someone at times comes as well as mass communication or mass communication. Then you come not expecting to find some course units. Like at Kampala International University, some guys abana mass communication, bakola microeconomics, macroeconomics, which is full of calculations. Katoria is ogamba nze ngenda mu camera ngenda kubera ku microphone, not expecting to find them microeconomics. Kati agenda osanga asanzeyo microeconomics, macroeconomics. So agenda okirabanga tekina mugaso kusaidiye, and someone agenda ending up ngafunye retake because I failing to concentrate on macroeconomics and concentrating on some course units esobola omutwala mu maaso ezikola mass communication nga course yebweri. So you end up getting a retake.
So do you want to say that these people who take up courses, maybe these students lack some career guidance or counseling? Because to embrace this, and they know when I'm doing mass communication I need to find microeconomics.
Yeah, exactly. Sija kugamba nti no, but they lack some career guidance, because it's not like universities onazikikola. It depends ku university kyokoze yobogenze course. Zenyizo okubeera nga someone who inspired me to join university, maybe yali asomera ku Mutesa Royal. So nangamba tugenda sanga microeconomics tugenda kola ki nze olwala becho ningamba kangere Kampala International University era nkole course emwe jakoze okitegeera
nawe sanga atenga yo wali microeconomics
by macroeconomics. The other saying that
so chino chita one is attitude and towards the course ekimuleta okufailinga to 200.
Anyway kino kibeera kizibu kwa most of the times osanga nti no oba ekyakutwala mass communication abana abamu ekibatwala mu some courses agamba kangende mu course nsija kukola business aina area business naye alemera okugenda mu course ya business kuba alakinga calculation tasobola calculating agamba kangende nkole social work kangende nkole mass communication. So nagenda mass communication because theory calculation is yet money, but you end up finding their mass microeconomics calculation is nyingi. So your business administration na yate mass communication
normally dizanga course unit oji good day kuba your attitude towards calculations.
Yeah, that is it.
All right, he's loud and clear. Mr. Miles Marvin, why do you think people get retakes? Why do you think students get retakes and at the end of the day they don't appear on the graduation lists?
First of all, as I told you, a retake is a paper you have to redo. Meaning you have to first fail the paper and then retake. So the first cause of a retake is failing the paper. You first fail the paper, then you get the retake. Meaning the question is, why do people fail papers?
Yeah, definitely. Why do they fail and they end up getting retakes?
First of all is that irony, meeting what you did expect. That irony. You come from high school, you've been told, you know what, campus is all about having fun. Go have fun and enjoy. Then you meet different things at campus. That irony itself. Secondly, some people are forced by parents to do what they don't want, meaning the desire is less. The less desire, meaning your input in something you don't want will be less. Automatically, you will end up qualifying for it. Because maybe you're doing law or mass communication as we are here, and it's not what you want to do. Someone dictated and said, I only pay tuition to someone doing mass communication, nothing else. You have nothing to do. So automatically when you come at campus, you won't do it as you would have done what you wanted to do. Your input will be less, and meaning your marks won't tether up and you'll end up getting a retake.
He says, he puts it clear that parents do choose for the students different courses, and sometimes students are not in love with the courses that they are taught to do and they end up making retakes. That's a question to the parents. To to let students or their children do courses that they would wish to do, so that at the end of the day they do appear on the graduation lists without retakes. Don't forget ITOS TV, subscribe on our YouTube page, and follow us on all social media platforms. It's the Campus Vibe. We are going through different stories on campus, and currently we are handling graduations and why students fail to appear on the graduation lists. And I'm with students here, gentlemen, they're from Kampala International University. Therefore, they have that crew and those good ideas about campus and about the current topic. The other issue, I'll take you back to the issue of retakes before we go to the issue of missing marks. Omugave brought out an idea of the attitude. Can attitude, I will leave him out, I'll ask the two gentlemen. Does attitude bring about one getting a retake, or ekyo tekirimu kyakwekwasa bwekwasa? Attitude nayo ereeta omuntu ofuna retake. Kantandike ne Mr. Owen.
Yeah, that's one of the essential reasons as why people get retakes. Once you perceive something in a bad way, or in a negative way, you end up getting a retake. You don't have the morale to read that particular coursework. You don't have the energy to go for that particular lecture of that particular, let me say, that particular course unit. You don't have that energy. You first the first thing you perceive towards that course unit, it is one of the essential reasons as to why you get a retake.
Bobo yagadde nogamba microeconomics nino muyita mwagala ojja muyita.
Yeah, sure.
Kijja kuba kyakwekwasa oli agamba nti saamusuubira. Just your perception, your perceiving it. That's Mr. Owen's own personal suggestion. Mr. Mtabaz, what do you think? Attitude, does it cause one to have a retake?
I believe that is an excuse.
How?
Attitude is an excuse. Because attitude is just developed. It is something you want and think, meaning it can be changed. When we were all still young, most of us were forced to go to school at a younger stage. But later on, we developed that in mind and we started going to school. Meaning when you come at campus, you meet a course unit you're not interested in. You can even change that in mind and you gain that love. And you get addicted, or you fell into love with that course unit and you perfect in it. Not necessarily that the attitude cannot be changed. So that is an excuse.
So attitude, it's an excuse. You can perceive something as definitely oba tokimanyi ogenda kisangayo n'okisangayo, simply perceive it, embrace it and go for it.
Wait. For the issue of attitude, I'm directing the question to him. For the issue of the attitude, you wake up, let me say, you wake up one day and you choose a course. Let me say they have not forced you. You wake up one day and you choose a course like mass communication.
Alright.
You've chosen that course. And it has microeconomics, let me say economics as in whole. It has economics. In the first way that you perceive microeconomics to be in mass communication, if you perceive it in a bad way, you end up not even giving it time.
Alright.
So is that an excuse?
Yes.
Is that an excuse?
Probably it is an excuse.
To fail that paper.
You fail because you want to fail it. Because first of all, don't think that everyone who sits in class is interested in mass communication or in microeconomics or economics at large. Not everyone is interested. Everyone comes with a different idea. We all come and find the syllabus. This is not like high school where they give you books you're going to read. Here, what the campus presents is what you go on with. We all don't know. We just expect coming at campus. Because even at first time, you don't know that. You're asking yourself, do they carry books to campus, or you go the way you are? You go on the way you are. But what you perceive is what you meet, and I think the point is supposed to be how you will move forward, not the attitude.
No, Mr. Miles Njagala
calling you up.
Tosobola gamba nti these people fail because they like. He
says you failed because you want to.
No, it's impossible.
No, that is no. Alright, guys. Let us calm down. Let's listen to one after time. You said tewali asobola kugwa nga yagadde.
Yeah.
Mr. Mtabaz says, Mr. Miles Marvin says, you failed because you want to.
Yeah.
Owen says, your attitude, the first time impression you get in your mind towards something might impact the results you bring. Either you take a retake or you proceed without a retake so that you appear on the graduation list. Let me get one by one. Mr. Marvin, he asked, we defended this saying it's not a must that you fail because you want to. How can you defend yourself?
First of all, I want to make it clear. You fail because you want to. In a way that when you realize that maybe you're not interested in economics, you individually, what have you done to gain interest in economics? You think sitting back and read economics will help you? Will it be a solution?
Another question?
Of course, automatically it won't be a solution. So the thing is, you sit back, ask yourself, yes, it's my first time to do economics, but how are you going to move out of that situation? That is what makes sense. So if you sit back and you claim, yes, I hate economics and I don't think I can pass economics, automatically
so
economics.
wait,
so you're failing because you want to fail.
All right, so you connecting back to Mr. Oni's idea of the way you perceive this thing at the first time might impact. When you say economics is hard and I don't think I'll pass it, you've chosen to fail.
You have chosen to fail because you have not taken any step. So,
and that goes back to the point of attitude.
now,
that attitude you have that I'll never pass economics. Oh God, this hell economics attitude. So, Mr. Mugabe, are you contented? He says that thing when you say I'll never pass economics, you've already chosen and condemned yourself to failure.
As I said,
kyensobola bagamba kiri we twali tusoma nga tukyali bato. I remember emyaka egyo nga tuli mu P2, P1, P3.
I think when I was in P2 that was around 2008.
Yeah,
sometime
2008. Kati fenna abasinga twali tulowooza. Era ng'ogamba nze njagala kubeera musawo, njagala kubeera pilot, njagala kubeera ani. By now nsobola okugamba nti ndi mass communication. Ndi mass communication, reason being nezuula netegeera nti nno eri science ezannema mu by'obusawo. Era singa nagezaako nti nno ndi mugezaako nnyo n'aliremereddwa. I have some of my friends nsoma nabo Kampala International University.
So
twali tusoma kubanze nakola history Lusoga ne divinity. Some of my friends waliwo gwe mmanyawo yali akola BCM. Kati waba akola BCM yali mugezi nnyo nga amulaba engeri gye yakwatamu ebintu bye. Naye simanyi oba ekintu kyamutuusa kitya ate kati course gy'akola ali ku IT. Nange nsobola okugenda n'enkola IT kuba namulaba nali nsuubira alina kubeera musawo. That means teyategeera ki kyasobola obwongo bwe tebusobola.
I think that will be a topic of a different day. Choosing courses. And maybe that will take us back to the high schools where you're coming from and then coming to campus. That will be a topic of a different day. What I want to make clear is we want to leave the issue of retakes and go to the issue of missing marks because it's another point that was raised. Does it, your reason of doing mass comm, does it connect with the attitude you have towards the course units you'll have?
Exactly. Because like for his sake, he has said he's doing mass comm because he realized that the science has failed. Meaning to him, mass comm is a scapegoat.
Is an scapegoat.
Yes.
Not really. It's not that because science yanemo oba yakola ki. Nkugambye some of people, nenkuwa example ngeyange. Nenkugamba ffe abasinga naawe oli wano naye nkukakasa nti no mass communication wali tomumanyi ng'oli mu P2. Wali omanyi mass communication? Wali omanyi mass communication ng'oli mu P2. Omulimu gwe wali osinga okulowoozaako kwali kubeera pilot, kubeera musawo.
But particularly I think that's a dream for every young child.
Yeah.
Because it's what you see, you are not
naye kati ng'okula n'ogenda ng'olaba science tomusobola, SST ate omusobola bulungi, English oli mukola, naye ate bw'otuuka mu O level biology tomusobola, era tosobola muforce.
All right. Fine. So let's connect all that to the topic we are having today. How does that connect you to getting a retake and you miss out on the graduation list?
So that means omuntu aba agudde nga bwe nkugambye nti nno when someone comes out ng'ali mukola mass communication ajja at times amutusuubira nti tetugenda sangayo subjects of calculations. The reason as why ndi connecting nnyo ne mass communication kanja connecting ne social work abana mass communication bafuna nnyo gundi riteekeza gundi za economics micro so gamba nti nokuba babagadde kuba no one pays tuition ng'ayagala kugwa. No one can pay tuition ng'awira ayagala kugwa.
The question comes in, why do you end up with a retake?
Why do you end up with a retake? That means abamu esomo abatalimanyi kyensobola okugamba era tasobola ditegeera ekintu kyotamanyi tosobola kitegeera
naye ogiwa obudde.
Because we come to campus to learn. We don't come learn.
We come to learn. So you expect to learn new things and maybe polish up the few you know.
You don't expect the people making the syllabus to come and ask you, Emma, what can you do best? you have to be taught what you don't know.
Of course, you choose a course like mass communication because you think you can do it best and you love it with passion. Therefore, you must engage fully with all the course units you find in mass communication.
Some people expect a lot.
Oh, another point he brings it up.
Yeah.
They end up getting disappointed.
Exactly. Which is
all right. Leaving alone the point of retakes, why do people get retakes? Because retakes is one of the reasons as to why people miss out on the graduation lists. And then the other point that was raised by you gentlemen here, you said missing marks. Missing marks being one of the points as to why students miss out on graduation lists. My first question via concerning missing marks, is this a student-based reason or a student caused thing or reason, or it's about the management, the university management, or the department, the different departments come from on the university? And now later missing marks is in aba mwana oba aba staff. I'll start with Owen.
My say is I think it is a both side. What? Both side.
Coin.
Yeah, both side. Like when a person does exams or a test, we expect the management, we expect the people who have set the examination to release that mark sheet. The mark sheet. Yeah? Or either they pin them on the what? On the notice board of the campus. We expect them to do that. Another thing, if they don't appear or if they don't pin them, for the issue of the student who is doing something, who did the what? The exams. Who did the exams? We expect you to be so serious and follow up the things that you did. So it's a both side reason.
Yeah. Missing marks. Mr. Omugave, missing marks. Is it a both side coin like you said, or it's one sided to you?
Ensonga yo nga wajogedde eri both sides. Oba kati nze akola oba department oba administration ye processing abyenkoze. That means nze wempa nkoze ebintu, let me assume nkoze coursework. That means I have to fall up. Ntegeere coursework gwenkoze, marks gye ziri mu computer mu department gye nvaamu zituuseeyo. Kati ate se department webeera tina times abaana basobola okubeera nga bangi oba they miss up with some things kati tukoze paper abaana bangi kino ekitegeera oyinza osanga nga or lose sometimes as place was tese zibuze zikoze eki. So that's how it comes. And it's both sides.
At the end of that day, the victim is the student.
Yeah, at the end of the day era gwasasula eza retake ekuba gwe gwatapyainga ku gundi ku graduation list si musomesa sani. So always kino kiri both sides.
Mr. Marvin, missing marks, both sides, single side?
I believe it's both sided, and it's all about carelessness and recklessness.
You sound so strict.
Because as the students, you expect the administration to pin the marks.
All right.
For the case of the administration, they expect the lecturer to hand in the marks. So if the lecturer doesn't hand in the marks, the administration won't get what to pin. So the administration will wait for the lecturer to hand in the marks. So if the lecturer is careless and reckless, he won't turn in the marks. So they won't pin anything. But then, for the case of the student, you're supposed to be there to ask for your marks. But we expect you to be mature, because as a student, you sit down and think, the administration already knows they're supposed to expect them to display the marks. Why should I ask? But then you're being careless, because you're entitled to doing that. So it's a factor of being careless and reckless for the two sides.
It's a factor of being careless and reckless for the two sides. Do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, but there is some issue that develops. Like some students get marks, and some students don't get marks. What causes that?
And yet all of these students sat for the exams.
There we have to sit and check into the campus principles. Some campuses or universities have different principles. For the case of KIU, if you don't attend 75 of the lessons, be assured even if you sit for the paper,
you will not see your marks.
You cannot come out. So those are different reasons. Maybe you missed out. Remember, not everyone who sits in a paper has done the paper. Some students get out with papers. It's possible. So my being around in a paper does not mean I sat for the paper.
But then this issue is I'll engage also on Gave in this. This issue is I've searched for the paper, I've done the paper, I've written the, let me say, my student descriptions, reg number for the case of KIU, reg number, my full names are all written properly, my student number I've given in the paper. Results come back. I've cleared, keeping all factors constant, I've cleared tuition, I've attended 75% of my lectures, but here comes the situation. My marks are missing. My name is not on the graduation list. I think that's what you wanted to bring out.
Yeah, is it that?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, universities have different offices. We have there is an office which handles attendances. There is that office which is responsible for examinations. There is that office responsible for marks, side marks, things as such. But they handle big numbers. Error is human. And so maybe during that process of typing in the work into the computers, your name was skipped. So that's why a student is supposed to be sharp and make the follow-up. So if you don't do that, that's when you become careless.
Alright, then I'll just give you one minute. What advice can you give to the students concerning the portion of the missing marks?
Before you go in for that, there is this issue of courseworks. Then then there is another issue of kisinzira ku lecturer ki kuba abamu balina principles zaabwe nga ye ng'omusomesa n'agamba nti nno nze bwe nzija mu kiraasi nga sikulaba mu lecture room nga sikulaba tafa ku attendance naye asobola okugamba bwe nzija mu lecture room nga face osigiraba that means that face won't get my marks. Asobola okugamba nti nno bwe nzija mu room whenever I come abata contributing abatawaayo answer sikola ki siko max kuba baliwo ba lecturer abalala nga ye wajja n'abuuza ekibuuzo then you answer noddamu akuwa max n'agamba 5 marks n'akugatira wali 5 marks already oba owangudde 5 marks for free then coursework wajjira. So remember, like at KIU coursework are contributing, that's is it 40%? 20%. A contributing at 20%. Then plus the test, you tufuna 40%. At times when you lemeru okola coursework, tomukoze. We not just kusomera okole test. Okole test, okole exams. Remember this. Our whole working it out. That's 80%. Kati whole working it out of 80%. Paper neja no jifuna mu 40.
Ate retake etandikira
ku
below 50.
Yeah, below 50. That means zino 20 singa akwesa omukisa no something like 15. Wali badde ogattawo wali nobera ku maxes amaanyi. So abaana abasinga coursework tebamutwala ng'ensonga. Yomutwala nga nsonga. Gamba missing zika coursework.
So on that issue, I'll give you, starting with you, one advice you can give students upon the missing marks. But kolerechi chicha basobola abana to the side of students as you a student.
Yeah, and so solution gye nsobola okubawa is like this. Woba okoze exams like tukoze tests okoze end, that means you have to follow up otegere nti nno coursework ange gwe nakoze kituufu nateeseeko buli kintu regi namba nagiteeseeko erinnya kweliri buli kintu I have been attending naye ng'ekituufu in my department ebintu byange gyebiri. Then another issue is like some different universities nga Kampala International, I'm referring to that kuba gyembeera abamu bafailinga to come and register with the department. You have to register with the department buli semester gy'odda ku ssomero tinoza okusoma. That means oba to register linze department tekumanyi essomero likumanyi naye department tekumanyi. Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Marvin, what advice can you give to the students upon the missing marks?
For the case of missing marks, I think everyone should just be vigilant and
Vigilant.
Everyone should be vigilant.
Alright, Mr. Owen, advice to the students?
Not to me. I think the student, both the student and the management must take must take responsibility in a way that a student must follow up his or her marks. Once he has handed in everything that is needed, he must follow up. And another thing, lecturers, they must take the responsibility. They also, let me say, parents. They are our parents. So in case, even if I have a beef on you, even if we have a negative attitude, you have a negative attitude towards me, you must take the responsibility and bring out my marks, not in a bad way. Let's put the beef aside and
provide results for the
Provide
student.
the results for the
All right.
students.
The other reason I want to, because I think we shall not go much about it, the tuition. Tuition, can it also affect?
Yeah, it can affect. Some people.
Briefly?
Yeah, some people can. Some people cannot. Let me say. Cannot clear with the finance. With the finance department in time. By the time, let me say, they clear up, it is already late. So it can also affect.
Mr. Marvin, tuition.
Yeah, tuition is one. I think the major reason for people missing out graduation. Because for universities, for big universities like Kampala International, everyone you're supposed to pay. You're supposed to pay per semester, and every semester you're entitled to getting a ledger. A ledger shows how you've been paying since you joined Kampala International. It has all your costs, the balances, the payments from year one, semester one. You have everything. Meaning it's very difficult to find someone who reaches the third year without paying. But then the hard task comes in the third year or fourth year when you're about to graduate. That's when most people mess up. Remember, most universities charge late payments. For the case of Kampala International, it is 60,000 per month. Most parents, most of those who didn't go to school, there is no way you can tell a parent that a university is adding in 60,000 for late payments. Take a charge, you miss payments for 2 months. That's around 120. Then plus the balance you had.
So all this comes back to you to pay.
The student to pay. In case you cannot pay for that, and the parent cannot pay for that.
Definitely.
You miss out.
There is no way you will appear on the graduation list. Thank you so much. Mr. Omugave, graduation, tuition.
Kyensobola okwogera ku tuition era nga bwayogedde agamba kino tuition waliwo ensonga eya late payment. Oludde osasula tuition jukira kati waliwo abamu nga oli musasula ssente waliwo abali ku basale abatali ku basale for the sake of my university.
Let's generalize it.
Yeah.
Tuition.
Okay, it's all about kati nsobola okuleta issue ya late payment. Bagenda kwongerako ssente nga wagambye nti no omuzadde togenda mukakasa nti no waliwo oba late payment oba some of us tulina abazadde ngoli yakoma mu P3 ogenda mukakasa oti ekya late payment ate nga amanyi nti n'abagenda mu kibuga e Kampala bayiga obuyayi agenda kulaba ng'omwana omuyayi agenda kulaba nga someone who is atekawo ekiki, then that means osobola n'okukomekeza nga takuteeseemu ssente asobola okudda ino agamba yagenda mu kibuga yakola kino bweki.
Yet it's true he paid late but he doesn't believe
mama
that he
mulimi.
did. So that connects the bridge between you and the parent, right?
Yeah.
That trust. But maybe that issue when bwoba okuza oli muyaye ng'olimu ebyo, so it will be very hard for you for the parent to believe.
Yeah.
By this, I'll question the parents to also follow up the students at campus. Read the campus policies before you send the student to campus. Know what the policies are. To okoba this issue has brought up of okulowooza nti omwana ayagala kuba, yet the child is telling you the truth. Because at the end of that day, it will affect you because you're going to pay more fees for the student, and also to affect the child or the student in particular.
Abazadde bano balowooza nti n'omwana otuuka ku university aba akuze nnyo, so they can't even follow up the student. Tebasobola kugenda ku campus gy'asomera, tamanyi mwana wa gy'asula, tamanyi w'asula akola ki.
I believe let's not more blame the
parents. Yeah.
Because imagine omuzadde abeera Lukunjiri and you're coming to Kampala. Seriously, how do you expect a parent from deep down in Lukunjiri to come to this big city and start following you up?
Era asobola kuba tulina essimu asobola okukubira mwana ng'oliwo
to me I'm not blaming the parents in particular, but what I want us to know here, parents to read the school policies, right?
Yeah.
Parents to know the school policies. Parents to know that if you delay by if you delay by 2 months when you've not clear, because I believe a semester takes 4 months, a normal semester, right? Universities 4 months. If you delay 2 months when you've not cleared tuition, there is a charge. This will help the parent to know that I should clear tuition before to avoid the late charges, in order to avoid my child, to prevent that problem of missing out on the graduation list because of that.
Okay.
The tuition.
Yes.
I think that's the issue.
Yes, you're right. But then what about this parent who didn't go to school? Who cannot read and understand? Because most of our parents, not to our parents, because most of our parents didn't go to school. That's why they're educating us to go and change where we came from. So how do you tell such a parent that they are adding in extra fees? Yet he has been paying from primary to senior 6, where they are allowed to pay in installments at a free cost.
Mr. Mans, chovola bankugambye omuzadde kyaleetaazi n'ajjako kusomera n'ategeka kuba tosobola kakasa muzadde ataasoma kino naye omuzadde wajja mu bakulu mu office n'ategeka kino kiri bwekiti kino kiri bwekiti. Someone can understand.
I agree with Emma that a parent can come, but if you've been so keen, a campus handles a student as an individual, not a parent.
Yeah.
They handle students to parents because they expect that we are old and mature. So you don't expect, because when if you check out at Kampala International, there is no office which welcomes parents.
No, naye bw'oba weewandiisa oteekawo namba y'omuzadde kuba babireeta. So that means a parent is needed.
Yeah,
always.
to me, campus life, campus studies, campus issues, I think they aren't so much of the parent, but a student.
They handle you as a student.
As a student.
You're mature.
No. So yes, Mr. Owen.
Let me say something. Like, for the issue of a parent, he or she also must take responsibility.
Yeah.
In a way that, in case he or she has cleared the fees, he must ask the son or the daughter.
So you can take that.
Where they what?
The bank slips, the ledger, the way you mentioned.
But now,
so that you demonstrate peacefully on the
this
graduation.
is not what we are talking about. We are talking about a parent who has failed to pay tuition and who won't believe that they have other charges. That's what the parent is talking about. Not the parent who pays and wants the bank slip.
Kati omuzadde omuwaga magezi
Kati.
So
what should
a parent, such a parent do?
To me, before Mr. Mutabazi
Wabanga
to me, I think that goes back to the student yourself.
Exactly.
The trust you build between you and the parent. Why do you let your parent doubt you? This will question, because he said the parent will say, I cleared all the tuition. What are you saying? Late charges? What do you mean by late charges? You want maybe to call me to take money.
Mr. Frank, ensonga ya Miles teri bwetu. Ensonga eri nti omuzadde lesa assume omuzadde tali kwesa trust naye omuzadde onte yasomako ebitabitegeera. Era omuzadde olesa assume aliko aboohe. Omuzadde oyo aliko aboohe.
She has been paying from
asasulanga okuva
installments. I think that
there
is no way you tell her that at campus,
charges.
installments, you pay late charges.
But who's in charge of making this parent understand that they are not the student? And this one said, what if parents know tomwana wajje Kampala kolachi?
And that's the mentality most parents have.
Mentality.
Abasinga.
Kati nze kunze ndowooza omwana kennyini alina building that trust between him and the parent. Nti bwamunnyonnyola ekintu akola ki asobola okitegeera.
What if it's the general condition at home?
Yeah.
What if it's the general condition? Like maybe every month my parents receives 250 and they're supposed to pay a tuition of, let me say, 1.8. What if, let me say, my parents receives 250 every month? How will you make him or her understand that the late charges will maybe catch us up?
Nenga nze ndaba ensonga yonna.
Kati this goes back to the university management. What I can say, in most cases, let me say these hands are not the same. Right?
Yeah.
I will not go as a parent, however much I want to my student to attend the best education. I will not go for the university where I know I earn 250 per month. I have to pay tuition, and then I go for a university that needs 3 AM. Alright? A university that takes 3 AM for a full semester. Meaning I will not be able. Therefore, I'll catch up with the late charges. However, I'll go for a university, because I believe all universities have clear education. I'll go for a university that will understand my condition, the tuition structure is favorable, and my child is able to get that basic.
So omuzadde alina okubeera informed.
No one I know take the condition
For the case of the administration, school administration, you've been so keen that universities don't make adverts. You won't find that Makerere is advertising on NBS, Makerere is on radio, they don't make adverts. So, because they believe they are dealing with people who are informed. As a student, you've been in school from let me say P7 up to senior 6. You already know. You're informed, you know how to use the internet. they won't favor the parent who does not use the internet. So they expect you, the student, to tell your father that, you know what, Dad, KIU is expensive. Let's opt for Makerere, which is a government university. That this, you use this, but you can go for this. But if you cannot sit down your mother or father and tell her or him the truth, then that will be the case.
This will get back to that issue that you'll miss out paying tuition.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you'll miss out on the graduation list and you'll not graduate because you did not explain this issue clearly to the parent.
Because the parent will have that mentality that, okay, yes, care is expensive, but we shall pay in installments.
Yeah.
She won't know that if there is a charge for installments.
For installments.
She won't know.
What if, let me say, the son or a daughter has been to a school that is, let me say, expensive, a secondary school that is expensive, and they have been paying something like 2.5, and let me say, the parent has been able to to manage everything, let me say, in time, as in, he said that maybe installments that, but in time, but he's opting to take the son or daughter to Kampala International University, thinking that maybe he or she will be
paying in instruments. Mind you, Kampala International University has that charge for the late payment. Meaning the child, I'll go back to Mao's issue, that the child will have to inform the parent. We want Kampala International, but there is a charge for late payment.
Meaning you've been paying maybe Budo SS installments, which is okay, but at Kampala International University you can pay installments, fine, but you'll have to pay the charge. You should not
go beyond that date, the time limit.
Because they'll tell you that this month we are paying those kinds of balances, and if you fail to pay that, the charges will automatically get you.
All right. It has been an interactive dialogue between these three gentlemen on ITOS TV. It's the Campus 5. Don't forget, we come to you every Saturday, bring you the same program at the same time, Campus 5. We go into the campus life. We talk about different topics, different things going through campus. Today we've been handling the issue of students missing out on the graduation lists. As we know, graduations are going on different campuses. One of the reasons these gentlemen bring up is the retakes. People get retakes and they fail to appear on the graduation list. The other issue they say is the tuition. Students do get tuition, and some they pay after they are given late charges. This makes them miss out on the graduation list. The other issue they do bring up is the missing marks. When marks go missing, at the end of the day, you will not have marks that they'll put on your certificate. Therefore, you will not graduate, because what will they put on your certificate? Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page, ITOS TV, and on all following us on all our social media platforms, ITOS TV, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all social media platforms will find us there. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. It's the Campus Vibe every Saturday. This very time we are bringing you dialogue concerning campus. My name is MC Frank 256. Stay tuned, ITOS TV. Blessings.
By ITOS Productions Limited.